As soon as I walked outside, I had a boot on my car. I did have moments like once or twice where I was just like, I want to quit everything. And you have to try to make an impression on somebody in 2 to 3 minutes. It's just, that's what I struggle with. It's like, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Tiana, and I make videos about my tumultuous life in my late 20s. In today's video, I have another monthly recap. I'm going to recap April and talk about, actually, I didn't make any goals for May. Now that I think about it, I forgot to make goals for May. I don't have any notes for this video, but April was a pretty good month for me, I think, mentally. I would say this is the first month where I felt kind of like very whole and complete mentally compared to every other month, and I think that has to do with the fact that the weather changed and now is pretty much summertime in Georgia. I was struggling really bad from January to March with just low mood. I didn't want to do anything. I just felt kind of down, and things like that. In April, I still felt like I had my moments, of course, but overall, I felt like I felt pretty good. And so I did have moments like once or twice where I was just like, I want to quit everything. I was thinking that maybe I'm burnt out because, as you know, I work pretty much 3 jobs, kind of. I'm a virtual assistant, and I have 2 clients, and then I have my full-time job. Full-time. It's part-time. I work 30 hours a week at that job, but we'll get into that because that has kind of changed a little bit, and so that has thrown a lot of things off. But overall, I felt pretty good. Also, I'm still struggling with trying to balance having a personal life and working more than I did, before January. I'm still struggling with that. In April, I also went to a party for the first time, and it made me realize that I hate parties. I'm not a party person. I just felt so like uncomfortable, and I was just like, not uncomfortable. It was just like, it's just not the scene for me. Another thing I was struggling with besides like balance is this idea of dating, if I need to be dating and things like that. And I just come to the conclusion that I don't know if I'm just scared of it or I just don't want to do it. I don't know what it is, but I'm just not feeling a pull, and I never did feel a pull to date people. And I just have this thing with apps. Like, I just can't do apps like at all. And I just feel weird looking at somebody through my phone and having to judge them based on like a couple sentences or their picture. It's just, yeah, it's just, I don't know. For me personally, that is very weird. If you don't know who this person is, it's not for me. So I'm trying to think, how could I even go about this in a way, if I decide to start dating, how could I even go about this in a way where I feel like comfortable? And then I've heard of like somebody was telling me about speed dating. I'm just like, I can't. That's probably even worse than the apps, only because you only have a couple of minutes, maybe like what, 2 3 minutes, and you have to try to make an impression on somebody in 2 3 minutes. It's just, that's what I struggle with. It's like, I'm not someone that's super like bubbly. I think that's what it is. I just feel like I'm boring and I don't have the type of personality that comes off, that I'm like giving you everything up front to the point where you'd be like, oh, that's interesting. Like, I just feel like I'm not interesting enough for most people to be like out here. Like, I know for a fact if I were to be on these apps, I'm getting ghosted left and right. And then I would be okay with that. I wouldn't even get mad. Like, yeah, go ahead and ghost me. I think that's the core of the issue that I was thinking about a lot this month. It's like, I just feel like I'm boring. You go to these events, especially in queer spaces, and you meet people. A lot of them have like big personalities. They're doing this and that. And I'm just sitting here like, Ooh, this is a bit much. So besides that party, I did go to a craft event, and that was really fun because I was able to talk to one of my favorite YouTubers. It was only for like a couple seconds because I was literally in shock. I was in shock, but I went over there and said something. She was really nice, and then she called me beautiful, and I was just like, the whole night, I was just like, I went home feeling like a 10, which is crazy because as soon as I walked outside, I had a boot on my car. And I didn't even care. I didn't even care. I did not care. And there was another thing that happened to me this month too. It's like, I, this is so awkward to talk about. I kind of had like a coming out moment. It was really brief. Here's the thing. When I get compliments, I just turn into like my confidence. You remember how I said like I'm boring? My confidence go from like a 4 to a 10. I go from 4 to a 10, and then I just can't help it. It just literally makes my day 10 times better. And so after receiving that compliment, I was just like, I am on 10 right now. Like, you can't tell me nothing. Anyway, let's get into what I accomplished and didn't accomplish for April because I just had a lot of things I wanted to do. First thing I wanted to do was attend one free event. I went to two. I went to two events. They weren't free now that I think about it. But I went to two. One, like I said, that party, it was okay. Just not my vibe. The other craft event, I've been going there pretty consistently for about 2 months. Well, I've been going there for 2 months, and it's just a really safe space and I just enjoy going there. No eating out. I failed miserably. So another theme with these videos is I've been sharing how I've been spending a lot of money. I decided this month to keep a spending log, and I pretty much spent more than what I spent last month. And I remember, like I said, last month I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't remember. I spent so much money. Where's this money coming from? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I spent over like $400 in just extra things that I shouldn't have did. And another thing is like the subscriptions that you forget to cancel. That is really what's like kicking my behind. Cook a new recipe every week. I did not do that at all. I did find like one rice cooker meal, and I overdid it to the point where I can't eat it no more. And tuna. I've been eating rice cooker meals and tuna for 4 weeks. I can't no more. I'm sorry, I can't. Another thing I want to do is put $278 in my sinking fund. So that did not happen. I ended up putting $68, but I'll kind of get into that in the next couple of points. One, I wanted to call my insurance company about my driver's discount. I was supposed to get this discount when I initially got the car. That did not happen, but guess what? I did receive a discount. I got a little check in the mail, and I put that money towards, I put $68 towards my sinking fund because I expected my new policy, my new 6 months would be around the same amount, but it wasn't. It went up. So now I'm paying like almost $1,600 every 6 months for car insurance. So if you know what I can do to get cheaper car insurance, por favor, let me know, please. Next, I want to review my auto insurance policy for any coverages. Basically, it's nothing that I think I need to reduce. It just wouldn't make sense. So I didn't do that. Put $30 in my sinking fund. It's funny that I put good luck LOL because that's exactly what happened. Good luck LOL. So remember how I said I walked outside feeling on 10 because I received a compliment? Yeah, I didn't pay for parking, so my car got booted, and so I had to pay $75 to get the boot removed. It didn't bother me. It did not bother me. I just said, okay, next time I know, don't play with Atlanta parking, and just pay. Another thing I want to do is focus on how to make more money, and pretty much I decided to just stop with side hustles. I'm not doing Uber Eats. I'm not doing any of that. I just decided that, yeah, I'm just going to do what I'm continuing to do because I'm already tired. So I actually work more hours in my freelance business compared to the previous month. So I did make more money. And so, yeah, I'm just going to focus on that. And yeah. And then next, I wanted to request to increase my credit limit, which I forgot to do. So I will do that in May. I don't know. Let me know what you all think. Give me some advice. I love coming to the internet for advice and just getting people's opinions, which is funny because I don't ask for people's opinions in my actual real life. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in if you made it this far, and I will see you all in my next update.